Hail, Symphonia, come brothers, hail, may find you Alpha ever reign. Hearts, hands, and minds we pledge to thee, all hail, all hail, all hail, Symphonia. Let each man take his lot and place, thou every care and trial to face, with manly courage and goodwill, and now and ever his place to fill. There's a hearty welcome waiting for a brother at the door. There's a clasp of friendship waiting from brothers full a score. There's a bite left on the table and a bed that's waiting here for a brother who has traveled and is waiting at the door. There's a song that is ringing, rich in fraternal love, that sets the heart a-quiver of the brother at the door. Then here's to the brothers waiting, from a brother who before has felt a brother's welcome when he was a brother at the door. Morning sun breathes many banners on his westward track, fair to us above all others waves the red and black. Red and black, flag we love, float for aye. Oh, Symphonia to thee. May thy sons forever be loyal to thy memory. Brotherhood of thy new Alpha, to thy praise we sing. All our song to thee is given, ever may it ring. Red and black, flag we love, float for aye. Oh, Symphonia to thee, oh, Symphonia to thee. May thy sons forever be loyal to thy memory. All hail, Symphonia, brothers, all hail who've gathered here, with hearts for music's gladness, with a song for music's cheer. To you a joyful greeting, to you a louder not a music lecture. What it is you can conjecture. Light your pipe and then reflect your symphony on. In the outer portal standing are some men who need commanding. They were never known before to be symphonions. But when we have made the mixture, polished well their greenish texture, light your pipe and then reflect your symphony on. But when college days are over, look back on the days of clover. Think of all those old reunions of symphonions. Think when first we took your measure, joyous days brimful of pleasure. Light your pipe and then reflect your symphony on. Songs are best at candlelight. Sing them sweet and low. As brothers gather, watch at night, friendships closer grow. All for one and one for all, only happy days recall. At your holy shrine we pledge a faith divine, symphonia. Lord of love and law and light, God who gave us sound and sight, hear our hearts in harmony, singing grateful thanks to Thee. Bless the bread upon this board, bless our brotherhood, O Lord. Bless Sinfonia's noble aim, as in song we bless Thy name.
Let every good fellow now join in our song.
Viva la compagnie,
Success to each other and pass it along.
viva la compagnie, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie,
A friend on the left and a friend on the right.
viva la compagnie,
In willing endeavor our hands we unite.
viva la compagnie, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie,
Should time or occasion compel us to part,
viva la compagnie,
these days shall forever enliven the heart.
viva la compagnie, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva la, viva la, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie, A serenade to a girl at evening, the one we love and always will adore. Our voices raised in singing a tribute to our girl, to the sweetheart of Alpha. We pledge our love in song, and as we sing our songs will come drifting through the night to serenade our fine new Alpha. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Tell me you'll keep the love light glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with Let me call you sweetheart.
How's that for a cadence? How's that for a cadence? You don't get one. PMA LCS, you don't get one. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to bring in my co-caster here. DB Dub, you there, bro?
Hell yeah.
You ready to be on the air?
Yeah, dude. Let's do
Oh,
it.
we on the air? Give me a check for your volume level, please, sir.
Check.
Check,
one,
check,
two,
check,
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 one,
check,
two.
check, 1 2, check 1 2. I think I'm gonna turn myself down a smidgem. A smidgem. How you doing tonight, Mr. Double Bacon Wrap? How you been? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I just finished my dinner. I had a chicken salad, which was really good.
How
And now I'm here.
how insane is it that you had a chicken salad and I am currently eating chicken marsala?
Two different
Those-
chicken dishes.
Those two things are almost the same.
More or less, yeah. I could see that.
They
I
are
could see that.
almost the same. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this evening for some PMA LCS Week 6 action between Little Shop of Hoagies and Bardic Inspiration. Now, let's not beat around the bush. These are the two lowest teams in the standing currently. Now, I was very curious, and so I did some Googling trying to figure out, are these teams still in playoff contention?
Ooh.
And I think mathematically they are not eliminated from playoff contention yet. Mathematically, it looks like if you run some simulations here, if you get to around 11 game wins, then you might get yourself into playoffs. Anywho, pick ban. Double bacon wrap. Take it away.
I need a link.
You need a what? Actually, let me share my screen with you.
Perfect.
And let's do that. Let's do that. Can you see?
Yes, I can. Perfect. Perfect.
So, as is tradition against, oh my god, I think I pronounced it right. We have 3 bans: Cho'Gath, Malzahar, and Ari, all thrown at the legendary first pick herself. And Corki is also a denial pick. In response, from Bardic Inspiration, we've got Gnar Instalocked. That's a Guy Fieric power pick. We've also got the Soraka, which is probably going to Super Hoagie in the bot lane. Thoughts so far, Mr. Double Bacon Wrap?
Yeah, Hoagie on the Enchanters is always a really solid choice. I like the Soraka to give them some survivability. Let's see what pans out with the 80 carries.
Let's see indeed. We've got a Seraphine lock-in from Little Shop of Hoagies.
We see that Ash Seraphine, maybe?
Bardic Inspiration, I think I misspoke. They denial picked the Soraka away from Hoagie, because Hoagie plays for Little Shop of Hoagies. Seraphine could be farming Seraphine. Seraphine could be support Seraphine. And then we've got a Scion locked in on blue 3 as an answer to the Gnar.
Yeah, as long as the Scion can survive the poke early on from the Gnar, it should be a pretty solid matchup. Level 6 on, you got a ton of engage with that Scion Seraphine duo coming in with the team fights. So watch out for both of those ultimates to play a pretty big role around some pretty big objectives.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Summoner, and that's an R3 Cassiopeia. I think that is a Hoagie Cassiopeia going bot. Wait, no, Hoagie doesn't play for that team. Okay. I don't know why in my brain I really want Hoagie's team to be on red side. I'm so sorry, chat, brothers, nation. I am sorry. That is an oh my god Cassiopeia going mid lane. We have seen her play that, and she plays it really, really, really well. Meanwhile, the second phase bands coming through rapid fire. Ash and Sivir taken away by Bardic Inspiration. Misfortune taken away by Little Shop of Hoagies. Go ahead.
Really coming down on the 80 carries here, which makes sense. They still have to pick them. What do you think that they're gonna run on each side?
Well, they've gotten rid of a lot of the usual suspects, haven't they? Except Senna. And so I am going to expect one of these teams to pick up Senna for sure. It would go well with Soraka. It would go very well with Seraphine. Other than that, you got me. You got me stumped as far as what else is left in the 80 carry pool.
Well, they're showing set here. Not too great for the Scion, but we'll see what happens.
I'm gonna say farming set bot lane, perhaps? Because the Gnar would definitely be, well, I think I got Guy Fieric's team wrong as well. I am just tripping all over the place. Fact checking myself. Yeah, so Gnar is a denial pick away from Guy Fieric. There's so many denial picks happening that I'm forgetting who plays on what team. Forgive me, chat. There is the Senna pickup on the side of Little Shop of Hoagies, and a Shyvana for Le Jungle. That will lock the Scion into the top lane, and Corki, of course, mid lane. Let's see how Bardic Inspiration rounds out their draft.
Getting some notes ready so I can get everyone's names lined up with their champs.
And Bardic Inspiration is going to round out their draft with a Jungle Belveth. And that's a really intelligent pick to fulfill that marksman role, because it looks like they are not going to be playing a typical AD carry in the bot lane. It's looking like Gnar top, perhaps farming set bot, Cassio mid, Belveth jungle. On the side of Little Shop of Hoagies, it's looking like a farming Seraphine, fasting Senna, Shyvana jungle, Scion top, Corki, Midaruski. We are starting to get R's in the lobby. And so we're going to hop into our client draft here in a hot moment.
These are some quirky comps, that's for sure. Keeping it interesting down here.
Yeah, I really like the creativity. I honestly do. And I'm curious to see if my predictions as far as which champion is going where and in whose hands, to see if we're correct. So, should be a good time.
Well, looks like we've got Scion on Fustus. See where we got Hoagie going. Super Hoagie with the Senna. Got Fierrick on the Shyvana.
In particular, I've got my eyes on Zepho on the side of Little Shop of Hoagies. Recently, in a couple of their warm-up games, Little Shop of Hoagies was doing some very interesting flexing. Obviously, Zepho known for his support play, known for his ADC. There's a chance we may see him mid lane here, actually, on this Corki. We will see how it pans out, but just wanted to throw that out there as a possibility that we get mid lane Corki from Zepho. And there it is. Look who did his homework. Flash for first pick.
It's gonna be really interesting to see how this pans out. I'm really looking forward to the Wombo combo on the side of Little Shop of Hoagies. They get pulled into a choke. It's gonna be pretty scary for Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, and two comps with a lot of team fight tools, a lot of scaling on the side of the Corki, on the side of the Cassio, on the side of, obviously Scion scales, Senna scales quite nicely, Shyvana scales, Belveth scales. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these team fights play out. We're going to head into our spectator delay, ladies and gentlemen, and so make sure you stick around. Oh, and Super Hoagie swapped to the Seraphine, so he will be farming bot lane on Seraphine. It looks like it's a Gearbear set. I think that's support set, farming support set, but we will find out. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to run a quick commercial so we can make some cash money, and look forward to seeing you guys back with Little Shop of Hoagies versus Bardic Inspiration PMA LCS Week 6 action.
Let's do it.
Okay, I think the ad is playing. Sorry, I'm like scarfing down food at the same time.
No, you're good. Yeah, I was just finishing up mine too, and
Hopefully
then
I will be done very quickly.
yeah, I wasn't sure who was who. So the pick bands, I was like,
Obviously, I wasn't sure who was who either,
Yeah.
so oops.
Yeah, I took some notes. So is this cast mid? Yeah. You think?
Definitely cast mid, yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got a minute and a half left before we are in the action. Still doing a little bit of speculating as far as which champion is going where. It's looking rather straightforward on the side of Little Shop of Hoagies. I just wonder, there's a world in which it's Gnar 80 carry on the side of Bardic Inspiration. I don't imagine that to be the case, but I would be remiss if I didn't say that Gnar is kind of a ranged champion, and he could kind of 80 carry, but I think it's farming set support in tandem with the Le Soraka. That's my hot take.
Yeah, I think you're right on with that. Do you remember the couple seasons back where Soraka top was a thing? Just throwing bananas at everybody.
Oh, I played my share of Soraka top,
Oh,
and it was
what a-
fun.
What a beautiful time of League of Legends that was.
The apex of the esport, if I mayhaps say so myself.
Personally, I like the cringy crit build. You just throw a
Crit.
banana and hit somebody for, 800. Feels good.
Crit bananas, oh my goodness. Donkey Kong would approve.
Yes, you would.
Diddy Kong, all the Kongs. Alright, friends, it'll take me just a quick adjustment here before I get us into le live action. So I would appreciate your patience as I pull the strings behind the scenes. We're doing it. We're gonna get through this together. Nobody worry. Except that... Oh, there we go. There we go. And we decided that Little Shop of Hoagies is on blue side. Where's my scoreboard overlay? Let me pause here for just 1 second. Getting all this set up here. Almost done. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Let's try that again. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
And pretty normal start with items looks here. Nobody's going 2 balls to the walls.
I do see a
Nothing
support
too
item on
spicy.
set.
Yeah. Looks like...
Welcome to
Yeah, I think you're right on this.
Rift.
Every now and then, a broken clock.
We got our
Something about a broken clock.
Standard 5-point here coming out from both teams.
30 seconds until
No
minions
fighting for
fall.
vision or anything like that. Pretty tame start to the game. Which makes sense, because, why would you want to risk something with such a scaling comp on both ends? Ooh, very close from Boostus. Siren's in a little bit of trouble
Siren's
here.
on the wrong side of the tracks. Yeah, he's gonna have to flash a Reno. I wish
Yikes.
he might just be dead. Oh no. Now he's backtracking. Will he get away? I think not. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, Siren held his flash for too long there. Tried to escape without using it, and that's first blood over to the Corki.
Yeah, Zepho with the first blood here. Not going to be too good for the Cassiopeia, especially with the TP coming in. Yeah, not going to miss any farm and coming back with an advantage over longsword already.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to cast a dissenting argument here to say that, you know, the Cassio is probably enough of a lane bully to where the extra longsword of stats, hopefully, oh, I say hopefully for, oh my god, hopefully won't be too much of an OP power spike here for the Corki, but it will certainly, you know, certainly you'd love to have that gold in your pocket as you build toward your Manamune. And we do see, oh my god, take level 2 first and punish the Corki.
I am loving seeing Siren Delphi up here top lane with the Soraka, you know, blast from the past here.
Yeah, I was not correct about my predictions. Here's a gank coming in from Labby.
Good flash from Mistborn to get out of that. Instead, he cutting it close.
Soraka top, you absolutely love to see it.
Yeah, nice tactical retreat. It was a good effort from Gare Bear there. Ooh, close. The sheer poke from this lane, from the Seraphine Senna onto the Gnar and Set here, is going to be a little bit of a challenge, I think. Have a pretty good recall with the wave pushing into the tower here. Should be able to come back nice and strong. Picked up a long sword for the Senna here.
Love to see Gare Bear being efficient here, getting in his crunches while Unsteady is farming. Really nice, nice efficient support play.
Oh, absolutely. You know, sometimes it's hard to fit in your daily workout, and you gotta sit bot lane and just do your thing. You know.
You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, level 6. We'll see if those crunches are paying off. Siren Delphi with a good silence to cease the follow-up from the Scion.
And I have to applaud the creativity coming out of the side of Bardic Inspiration here. Picking the Gnar early as a baiting that Scion pick, and then picking the Soraka into it, which, you know, the Scion's not going to... I don't think the Scion's really going to be able to punish the Soraka from AFK farming, which is really what you want to do as Soraka, and get a couple of support items, which are, you know, very undercosted. That's part of the OP-ness of the strat. OP-ness, jeez, I can't believe I just said that. Alright, production team, do your thing. Let's just kind of splice.
Cut that one out.
Let's splice that one out. Let's circumcise that little comment right on out of here, shall we?
Oh, nice. Yeah, if I can give you a tip.
Yikes! Yikes! I'm cracking under the pressure.
Good damage from both sides, but the heal from the Senna Seraphine is really keeping them in lane and allowing them to push and abuse this. Anytime that there's a trade, it seems like they're always coming out on top.
Yeah, and there's a 1,000 gold lead for the side of Little Shop of Hoagies. I mean, obviously they got, I guess it's first blood plus the assist is most of it, but this Shyvana appears to be farming up a storm. She's up over 12, coming up on 15 CS on the Delveth, yeah. So Guy Fieric hard farming, and it's paying off so far, and steady. Ooh.
So close with the Gnar going mega there.
And again, I got to give props to Oh My God, who was triple banned and denial picked. So she's on her, at best, you know, 5th best champion. and she's got a 10 CS lead over the Corki that walked into the lane with first blood. So she's really playing this lane aggressively and getting herself an advantage.
Absolutely, and sometimes whenever you get behind so early with something like that, it becomes, very scary to even step up in the lane at times. A nice job realizing that, can still be very aggressive with the champion, and hopefully she can continue that. That way, the Corki, whenever he comes online, once he gets Triforce, might be a little different story then.
Indeed, indeed. We see first Drake secured by Little Shop of Hoagies, thanks in large part to their bot priority, the easy push from the empowered Seraphine Qs, helping them get control over that bot river, and Shyvana takes that first Infernal Drake. 1,000 gold lead on the side of Little Shop of Hoagies.
Yeah, Scion up there playing it risky with the Qs. I mean, really easy for Soraka to follow up with something like that. Very lucky that didn't result in death.
Yeah, Soraka can put out some damage, especially if in lane. I think it's really reasonable to max Q first when you're solo laning Soraka. It's not like you're going to be using your W. And so when I used to play Soraka top, I actually used to max Q first, and that that damage is not to be scoffed at.
Yeah, Labyrinth sneaking in here. Very clever pathing coming from the backside of the lane there. Let's see if they can capitalize on this 3v2.
And here's the lane gank.
Oh, good disengage from the side of Little Shop of Hoagies.
Nicely sniffed out.
And they'll be able to get this pink ward out. Let's see if this set has anything to say about it, though. Bunch of flashes coming out.
Nice empowered E from the Seraphine, but the set doesn't really care. He's got his crit, his shield, and here's the first Shyvana gank.
Ooh, once you hit level 6.
Thinks about diving, oh my god.
Good disengage to gather Miasma.
Yeah. And oh my god does blow her flash, but she's got a more than 20 CS lead at this point. We see Corki with a blasting wand. Is that a first item Luden's coming up? That's interesting. Interesting.
Agreed.
Zepho is much better at the video game than I am, so I'll ask him later what his thought process is. Yeah, going with an early blasting wand.
Is there a chance that he is going into? Oh, here we go with the gank. See if Siren Delphi down for the count. Nice engage from the Scion.
Down for the count indeed, and Siren Delphi does not have TP. Fustus is going to be able to crash this wave and really deny the Soraka a lot. Now, in traditional matchups, in solo queue, you might be saying, GG, this game is over for top lane, but Soraka can operate pretty low econ with how cheap her items are and how, as a champion, she is balanced to be in a duo lane with shared XP. So she is down, but I wouldn't count her out, even though she's almost 20 CS down with 2 deaths. She's still going to be a menace once she gets a Moonstone and another support item.
Yeah, the fact that bot lane hasn't been poked into oblivion, kind of allows you for that comeback from the Soraka top.
It does, interestingly enough. Here's a mid gank from Labby. Zepho's going to have to burn his flash, so both mid laners now flashless.
Got a little scrappy-do up here at the Rift Herald. Guy Fieric. Got some fancy feet. Looks like he's able to get away safely, but they do give up the Rift. It looks like the Soraka picks that up. Gnar with the huge ult
Oh
on
my
the
goodness,
turret.
that was so Chad.
Oh, if that was a 2v2, they 100% had that beautiful jump in and ultimate from the Gnar.
Yeah, I like the aggression from N-Steady. It's not going to bail him out of the crisis that he's in with this wave crashing, but it sure does send a message.
Absolutely, and I don't know what happened with top lane, but I expected that wave to crash, and it looks like Siren's been able to get back and kind of stabilize that lane just a little bit. Only down, what's that, 16 CS right now.
Yeah, that's not an insurmountable deficit. Speaking of insurmountable deficits, though, things are getting a little ugly in the mid lane. Cassio up nearly 40 CS, more like 30 as Corki 35 as Corki catches this wave. But I've seen this one before, where Cassio gets to AFK farm and then turns into there's an engage from Gerbear.
Looks like they're not going to be able to make too much of it. Hopefully they can keep the bait up so that way Guy Fieri can get in here. And a little too late, but however, Bel'Veth sneaking around the corner here. Potentially going to counter gank.
We might have a 3v3 in the river. Nar's pretty low, though. I don't know if I like this for the Nar.
Hopefully he can kind of go back to the Gromp and get a little bit... it looks like he's just going to go back to base here. With no TP, it looks like they're going to be forfeiting the Dragon here.
And that's going to be a second Drake for Little Shop of Hoagies. They are up more than 2.5k. Almost 3k. 2 Drakes. And their Scion got to AFK farm plates top. Soraka is now grouping bot. I'm not exactly sure what the thought process is here. Maybe the thought process is to use Herald and sort of jailbreak the Gnar and the set out of this lane. But, you know, if they're not careful, Scion's gonna...
Ooh.
Yeah, aggressive use of the package there from Zepho. I like
Very
how
aggressive.
Oh my god, just walked right on it and said, nah bro, I'm stronger than you, I have my Leandries.
Really fast use of the Rift here. I personally like getting it down just quite a little bit more because it does true damage, and the lower you go on the turret, you know, you get more armor. So the true damage.
Oh, that was an
helps take
insane Seraphine ult.
them down. Gerbear live? Oh, he will not. Hoagie comes away with the...
Oh, and Cassio picks up the trade kill. First of all, I dare say, perfect Seraphine ult from Super Hoagie. Maximizes that range, I believe charmed 4 of them, and then ends up picking up the kill on Gerbear from the turret. And then we see, oh my god, in the mid lane get ganked, but she gets the trade kill on the Corki.
Yeah, however, we do see this Scion getting a little bit out of control up in the top lane. We've, almost a 40 CS lead, taking a turret to match. Not a good situation for Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Soraka's decision to just abandon the lane and then go bot. They did get first brick, and so the gold lead, well, the gold lead is about 3k. But Scion got all those plates. This is a lethality Scion so far. Oh my goodness, that's terrifying with the Prowler's Claw. But we'll see how it pans out. If Soraka can sort of AFK freeze a lane for a while. She's not her strongest yet until she, at the very least, completes her Moonstone. And then we'll see those heals really come into effect.
Personally, I don't know if I like the risk of the Scion build here. I know that it's kind of quirky and you can get in there and blow somebody up, but if you're playing for the long game, which is kind of the vibe that I was getting from Champ Select, you'd think that he would want a little bit of tank to for some of this disengage. I mean, this Gnar late game is going to be scary.
And the Cassio, the Cassio is going to tear through that Scion like it's made of paper. So, it's easy to. Gerbear going in here as FOW's away. Obviously, it's easy to sort of armchair quarterback this kind of thing. And so I'll take what I say with a grain of salt here, but I do think a traditional tank Scion build probably would suit this team comp better when you have the artillery of the Corki and the Senna coming in with the Seraphine in the back line. Shyvana is going to be somewhat tanky. It looks like she's doing the off-tank sort of bruiser build, where you go tank into presumably Demonic Embrace. Oh my god, is running into the Shyvana here. Gets the ulti off.
Oh, we got the Bel'Veth with the help. See if Guy Fieri can get at least a turnaround.
Oh my god, is going to go down. There's Fustus, and Fustus making me look silly. Look at all that Scion damage. He's going to pick up 1 kill. He's going to pick up 2 kills.
Double kill for Scion.
A double kill for the Lethality Scion. You love to see it. The caster curse in full effect. You know, maybe it's the lack of a true ADC on that team, Little Shop of Hoagies, that's inspiring Fusus to go with the lethality build. You never know. Now, granted, obviously, Senna sort of should fulfill the traditional marksman role, and Corki is a hybrid AP marksman, but yeah, nicely played there from the Scion. Good collapse.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of big brain, too, on the side of Little Shop of Hoagies with Hustis running the lethality because, you know, with a big tanky Scion, oh, hang on real quick, we got a little scrap going mid lane. But yeah, with a big tanky Scion with a set on the opposite side, you know, being dunked into your whole team doesn't feel too good. So that could have some effect of why they chose that build path as well.
True, and there's not an abundance of tankiness on the side of Bardic Inspiration. I mean, you've got a support set, you've got an ADC Gnar, but there's not a ton of tankiness there. So maybe Scion's job is just explode somebody. If you explode the Cassio, that's a victory.
That's what it's looking like.
A teamfight victory, I should say. Meanwhile, Bardic Inspiration is really trying to deny this soul point, this third Drake from Little Shop of Hoagies, who are up to a 6k gold lead at this point, thanks to the 2 kills from the Scion and the Shyvana, and that's an objective bounty for Bardic Inspiration. Nice Drake control from them. Their mid turret is under duress, however.
I do believe that this was actually a very good trait because it allows the Corki to get the heck out of dodge when it comes to the... Ooh. As I say that, huge Shyvana ultimate on the Sire Delphi. Super Hoagie. Ooh, down for the count, 4v1.
So we've got a 1-for-1 overall. Seraphine goes down, Soraka goes down, and don't look now, but Scion is knocking on the back door. Someone's going to have to answer this lethality Scion. One of the drawbacks of the solo lane Soraka is you can't exactly match a split pusher, you know, and so again, maybe that's, as he has finished his Hullbreaker, maybe that's part of the logic of this Scion build. Hey, you're going to go Soraka, you're going to disrespect the solo lane, I'm going to go a build that you cannot possibly match in the side lane.
Yeah, that's going to create an absolute ton of pressure. And the fact that we have Unleashed Teleport now, too, I mean, Scion can push all the way into their Nexus and then come in and ult and just completely change a team fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know how you answer that if you are Bardic Inspiration. Who do you send to match the Scion? Is it the Gnar?
I think it has to be the Cassiopeia in hope that she gets an Oblivion Orb at least on the next back to cut down some of this Hullbreaker.
Yeah, she'll at least do damage to the Scion. Even she is a level down. Oh, and she knows she better get out of the way or she's going to get exploded by that Scion damage.
Great flash by, oh my god.
Yeah, definitely the right decision, I think.
I think in a true 1v1, if Scion, there's a lot of ifs here, but if Scion doesn't have ultimate, I believe that Cassiopeia could potentially outplay this. As soon as she senses an ult, she can throw her miasma. A huge ultimate from the Shyvana.
And another nice Seraphine ult from Super Hoagie, showing how comfortable he is on that champion. That's another pick. It's a 7k gold lead now for Little Shop of Hoagies. Let's see what they can get off of it. Baron Nashor spawning in 10 seconds.
This is what I was worried about. Getting these fights in these tight corridors, it's really easy, not to take any credit away, but it's really easy to land a lot of these abilities whenever they keep funneling into them like that.
Very true, very true.
Ultimately, it would be best if they could fight in river or a lane. Nice try by oh my god, but unfortunately not enough damage for the 3v1.
Yeah, a little bit of an overstep there, some over-aggression. Meanwhile, Siren Delphi doing some more farming in the top lane. Soraka does have her Moonstone, but I fear it may be too little too late. We have an 8k gold lead now on the side of Little Shop of Hoagies.
And a huge amount of that is indeed on the Scion. I mean, sitting 3-0-1 with a 400 gold bounty,
and look
nearly
at the
60 CS up. Whew.
And look at the Shyvana too. That's an 80 CS lead. That's a 3-level lead over the Belveth, who was just ganking on repeat. And as much as you, as a jungler, really you feel like you want to get your lanes ahead, you want to get kills, Guy Fieric says, nah, dude, I'm going to hard farm, and I'm going to get 3 levels up on you.
Zepho with the great disengage there. Gare Bear was looking real scary there for a second.
And Corki is on that 2-item spike with the Moramana transformation, so the Blasting Wand obviously turned into the Luden's Echo, which this was the standard poke Corki build for a long time, and so he's going to be dishing out the long-range DPS.
Yeah, and it kind of works out. You know, I was a little suspect of the build at first when we saw the Blasting Wand, but now that also again when we see that Scion build, how much sheer raw damage he's putting out, it's going to be hard to stop. There's a lot of mixed damage coming at him.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, we're now seeing them sort of jockey for position for this next Drake. Let me turn on my objective timers here. Forgive me. 30 seconds till this Cloud Drake spawns.
Zepho with a single ultimate taking down his health about 25% off of 1R.
Yes, scaling Corki is no joke. Once you get to those 2 items and the tier 2 boots, those rockets will they'll more than tickle ya, let me tell you.
Looks like we got a good engage here from Hoagie, but Gare Bear dunks in Mistborn into the pit.
That Scion ulti on the back line was enormous.
There's that Wombo combo we've been talking about all game.
Oh my, and followed up by the Seraphine ult. The Bardic Inspiration never stood a chance. That was a huge Scion ult on the choke point. Good for Fustus, and he immediately teleports top lane, starts taking the inhibitor, and his team, I imagine, is going to make their way over to Baron. Zepho might just kill himself a Bel'Veth on the way. Now she's got a million dashes.
Great map awareness by Fustus on the Scion to immediately teleport, just seeing the advantage there. So now they have significantly much more pressure while they go for this Baron. You know, I still think that they would have gotten it in the long run, but be able to have that pressure with the end hit down is huge right now.
Absolutely. We see Little Shop of Hope, Bardic Inspiration trying to come contest this Baron. I don't think they'll get there in time. It's at 2K. Now, will there be a team fight in the aftermath? I don't think so. I think Little Shop of Hoagies is going to run, use their Baron-empowered recall. And ladies and gentlemen, that's an 11,000 gold lead and 3 Drakes and Baron buff for Little Shop of Hoagies.
One thing that I do like to see whenever, you know, you have to forfeit such a big objective like Baron is immediately going, if you know that they're recalling, immediately going to the lanes and pushing the lanes first, then going into the jungle. I did see Bardic Inspiration immediately go towards taking some of the camps, but it goes so much further to be able to turtle whenever they have to push in further.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You know, that taking advantage of the tempo, the very brief tempo window that you have to push those waves out and stall when you know that they're going to be knocking on your doors very, very soon.
Watch for a potential engage on Zepho if he steps up too far without having his dash up. Especially with the rage bar from Insteady going on. Will he be able to get on top of him? He does.
Ooh,
Zepho
nice
knocked him
flash
to the
engage
wall.
under the Corki. Will it be
course,
enough?
Another beautiful ult from the Seraphine, but also Cassiopeia just absolutely tearing into the Guy Fieric.
Oh my god, that's a big dragon. That is a big, big dragon. Somebody put that guy on HBO. Big dragon. And that's a 4-for-1 team fight victory for Little Shop of Hoagies. Make that an ace as Soraka goes down as well. And ladies and gentlemen, in the blink of an eye, that is all she wrote. Little Shop of Hoagies takes game 1 over Bardic Inspiration.
What an impressive game from the side of Little Shop of Hoagies. They played it absolutely perfectly. They had some risky builds, but they played towards their strengths, and they absolutely rolled this game. Up a total of, what is this, 14K at the end in 25 minutes. Very impressive win.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to put together a straw poll here for Game 1 MVP.
Let's get some hype up in the chat.
Hype! Hype! And Super Hoagie's lane partner in the bot lane was Mistborn. Okay.
Mistborn. Yep.
Yeah, and I am really impressed with how decisively, how quickly they closed that game out. I mean, it was only a 25-minute game when all was said and done.
Yeah, very impressive turnarounds with I mean, honestly, they need to break up this team and force them into side lanes if they want to have a better outcome on game 2 on the side of Bardic Inspiration. Because clearly the team fight, wow, what an advantage. Little recap for everybody out there in the chat. We've got Pustas on Scion sitting at 3-0-1. We have Guy Fieric on Shyvana sitting at 2-0-6. We've got Corky is Zepho on Corky sitting at 3-1-1. And Super Hoagie, oh sorry, Siren Delphi on Soraka. Oops, I got all my stuff mixed up.
But you reminded me that I should be showing some post-game stats, and you did so in such a brotherly and elegant manner. Eloquent, elegant. Why are there two different words for... Don't get me started. Here's some post-game stats for you, friends. Did I lose my desktop audio?
It looks like it's picking it up.
Oh, okay. Just checking. So
I will say.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you.
I will say, there's some pretty impressive stats across the board here, but however, the non-stop pressure, both from Fustus and Guy Fieric, I think is very, very impressive. In Shyvana alone, Guy Fieric on Shyvana was up 80 CS at the end, constantly pressuring the lanes and coming in at very clutch moments. And meanwhile, the sheer map awareness and the pressure from the split pushing Scion is, I think both are in the running for this player of the game.
Tower damage and vision score. Can I... Let's see. Is that something I can show? Let me see here. Shielding and healing. CC score, damage, gold, CS.
There we go, vision.
Vision. And then I don't know that I can show tower damage. I will try, but this post-game client is super, super bugged.
Oh, view advanced details up top. It's like it used to be. Yep, and then we can just scroll down.
Yeah, I see how it's super bugged.
Riot Game, a small indie company.
Tiniest, indiest company you have ever seen, ladies and gentlemen.
It's crazy that they're able to come out with such new champions, a wide variety, for just such a small budget.
Tiny, tiny budget.
Tiny budget.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with not much delay, let's run a quick commercial. Let's print a little bit of money for the Send Flesh to College Fund, shall we? Before we hop right on into our Game 2 pick ban here. Stick around for Game 2 between Bardic Inspiration and Little Shop of Hoagies. Do 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 do.
Adds up right.
Do do do. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not too bad. I mean, I think we did pretty good, right?
I think it's going fine. I have no complaints. Sorry if I'm talking too much.
No. I would much rather you take the lead, especially the first game and all.
Yeah, and I'm used to solo casting. I'm just used to it, and so I tend to try to fill silence. But you're welcome to just butt in at any point. Do 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 do. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we saw a decisive Game 1 victory out of Little Shop of Hoagies. And we're going to jump into pick ban for Game 2 here momentarily. And to no one's surprise, the Game 1 MVP was, by a landslide, Mr. Fustus, the Scion in the top lane. Taking that solo turret, finding kills with his AD and lethality build, taking that top inhib solo, creating all kinds of pressure. Fustus is your Game 1 MVP. I want to give a shout out to Guy Fieric, who I will say, in all honesty, he had my MVP vote. When you look at his kill participation and you look at how astronomical of a lead he got for himself in the jungle, I actually had Guy Fieric as the MVP in my own heart. He took me to Flavor Town. He really, really did. And so, props to you, my dude. We are getting ours in the lobby, and here we are. We are going to jump into pick and ban for game number 2. Bardic Inspiration is on blue side now.
Let's see if we have a similar ban structure or if we see some respect coming out. Another Twitch ban from Bardic Inspiration.
Another Twitch ban indeed. And there's the oh my god Cho'Gath that this league fears above all other things.
Earlier I was playing an ultimate spellbook, and somebody was playing Seraphine and had a Cho'Gath ultimate, and that was a very large Seraphine by the end of the game.
Ooh,
a lot of fun.
Get it, girl. And there's the Malzahar ban at Oh My God, and the Zepho Respect Zyra ban. You never want to see him play that champion because it is nasty.
A quick lock-in with the Sivir.
Yeah, Sipper's in a really good shape, and that's a comfort pick for the Bardic Inspiration bot lanes. I feel like I say that every time I cast, that Sivir is a comfort pick for the bot lane. It's just such a common pick in this league, and such a strong pick in the current meta.
So, in talks of interactions here with the Seraphine and the Sivir, when Sivir uses her spell shield, if Seraphine has her burn item, I'm brain farting right now.
Leandries.
Leandries. Will the double proc still go off even with the shield because of the damage over time?
Will the double proc go off even with the shield because of the damage over time? I don't believe so. Not unless she has Rylai's. I think the...
Oh, that's what I meant, Rylai's. Sorry.
Oh, if she has Rylai's. Well, the shield will eat the entirety of that first E, so I think she's just going to need to double E for that to work.
Gotcha.
That's what my gut says, but I don't know. I look forward to finding out. We see Senna Seraphine on the side of Little Shop of Hoagies. We see Poppy and Volibear on the side of Bardic Inspiration, and we see Brand locked in on Little Shop of Hoagies. Is that a mid lane Brand? I think it might be a mid lane Brand for Zepho. Zepho plays support champions, aggressive support mages, and having him take it into the mid lane makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, and honestly, the synergy between Brand and Seraphine, I mean, anyone with an AoE ability to go with Seraphine, I think is very strong. Again, focusing on those choke points, I mean, just imagine, Seraphine, 4-man ult, followed up by a Brand all-in. I mean, even in a 4v2, that's going to do a lot of damage.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We see a Rel ban being taken away, from Gerber, Scion being taken away from Fustus, Morgana being taken away from Oh My God. I'm a little surprised that they didn't first phase that Morgana, one of those ultimate Oh My God comfort picks. But she has shown herself to be more than formidable on the Casio, and she's probably got other champions in her back pocket as well. The Gnar band comes out. That is targeting Guy Fieric. Just in case he flexes back top lane. He has been playing jungle for a while now for this squad. But then again, which team was... Yeah, the instead of Denial picking the Gnar, they're going to go ahead and ban it away. And the Shyvana coming back out for Guy Fieric.
Yeah, running it back for Guy Fieric on the Shyvana. An interesting take with the Poppy, too, because, correct me if I'm wrong, Poppy can shut down Shyvana's leap, correct?
Can Poppy shut down Shyvana's leap? I'm gonna... my gut's gonna say that Shyvana is unstoppable when she ulties. But I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I am not the most knowledgeable when it comes to some of these interactions. Oh, we've got some disagreement in the chat as well. T-Tone says she can stop it. Sukadiko says unstoppable. And oh my god is going to be bringing out the Fizz. You'd love to see it. And where is that Galio going? Is that a top lane Galio we're about to see? That's really the only place I can think of, unless it's something crazy like Brand Jungle. Shyvana top, Galio mid. Other than that, I think it's Galio top.
I think it's Galio top. I agree.
I mean, there's a world in which it's Brand Jungle, Shyvana top, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Guy Fieric's Shyvana was really excellent game 1, so I'm guessing it's a Galio top, which we haven't seen in several years, to be honest. Back when the triple Doran's ring meta, where you would just, as a Maokai or a Galio top, you would just keep on buying Doran's rings. Love that meta.
Oh yeah, I was a big fan of Assassin Galio. Whenever you could still flash with his
while channeling his W.
While channeling his W. I loved going just absolute full burst. Oh, so good.
Same, dude.
Nobody would could stop you.
Loved the kind of the uncounterability of that Galio taunt when you could flash during it. But
and of course, when things are fun, Riot says, "How about we fix that?"
Do.
Labyrinth with the Fizz. I mean, they could definitely swap, but interesting to see if that stays there.
Now I am very curious. Is there a world in which they put, oh my god, jungle? I do not see any Fizz games on Oh My God's match history. Going back a month or more, no Fizz games whatsoever. Let's see, Labyrinth. I don't see any Fizz games on Labbies either. Oh, yes I do, an ARAM 22 days ago. So, super secret tech in an ARAM, which you would never expect it. Labby was working on his mid-fizz. You gotta love it. The secret strats. No, they could obviously still trade the fizz over to Oh My God. We're seeing Gare Bear with his signature volley bear. Oh, Blitzcrank is very much an alley pick. It really is. So they might just be trying to dumpster bot lane with the Sivir Blitzcrank and just give a totally different look. You know, when you're struggling to get the dubs, Sometimes you change things up, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, it keeps things spicy, keeps the enemy on their toes, and hopefully gives at least a small advantage for the side of Bardic Inspiration here.
Yeah.
Hopefully, gonna go 1-1 this split. We'll see.
Hodor Nation is saying that Labby is pretty goated with the fish. Um,
Ah,
Fustus on Brand, Zepho on Galio. Is it Fustus? Friends, I don't know. I don't know. I still want to say there's a world where it's Brand Jungle, and where they're just bamboozling us all. But Fustus currently has the Brand, and it looks like he has played some Brand mid. So is Zepho now going top?
there's a good chance because if Zeppo's used to taking Galio mid and they wanted that Galio pick, makes sense. Put Fustus on an AP carry, send Galio top, and let's see what happens.
It could also be Senegalio bot. Bear Jr. would love that, but I'm probably overthinking it. It's probably just Galio top, Brand mid, Shyvana jungle. We will find out in a few short minutes of spectator delay, my friends. Stick around for this 60 seconds of making money. Yeah, I'm perplexed.
Yeah, it's definitely they're definitely creative. That's for sure. Both matches have been kind of like head scratching whenever we're going into game.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like the intrigue. I'm gonna use the restroom real fast. You might need to vamp in 35 seconds.
Okay, I got you. EB Dub here. Flesh is using the restroom. We'll be back very soon. So in the meantime, looks like we're taking a guess and saying that Brand is most likely going mid with a Seraphine Senna bot lane, Galio top, and Shyvana jungle. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all say in the chat?
All right, all right.
Yeah, we got Flesh back here.
Oh, it's me. It's Flesh.
How was the tinkle?
It was necessary but not urgent. It was relaxing but not cathartic.
Oh,
It
that's good.
was biological but not. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're getting into game here, folks. Bet you didn't think I could keep that bit going. Bet you didn't think so. Bet you didn't think so.
Oh, that beautiful graphic. Look at us go.
Yeah, look at us go. You and me, but mostly me, are gonna change the world forever. 'Cause I can do most anything, and you can stand next to me and watch.
I'm excited to see this team with Steady gonna, lay down the on the hunt. Seeing, Sibber, Fizz, Blitz, Volley, and Poppy run right at your face. Those are definitely some champions you're not gonna want to see with that.
True. Okay, so it is not Fizz jungle, it is not Poppy jungle, it is Gare Bear on the jungle Volibear. We do see the support items, Senna, Brand with Tear, Galio with Doran's Ring, and it appears we're gonna see some shenanigans.
Oh, Guy Fieri in some trouble here. Save the flash. Good call saving the flash there. Not much of a way out. Blitzcrank Allie over there, very smart, holding on to her her hook there.
The most powerful hook is the implied hook, the hook that you don't even have to use. You love to see it. It's so far setting up to appear to be Brand top lane. Never have I ever.
Minions have spawned.
And that first blood money did go onto the Poppy, which you would have liked to see it go on the Sivir or the Fizz, but they never expect the no hook hook.
Inviso hook.
You gotta love it. Shyvana starting leashless topside. And the little shop of Hoagies bot lane fake leashing. Gare Bear starting topside. The Sivir and Blitzcrank are just going to say, F it, we want control over the wave. Forget your fake leash nonsense. So Sivir and Blitzcrank are going to take control of this wave quickly. But gosh, the wave clear of Empowered Seraphine Q is just nutter butters. Now, if Nsteady and Oh My God are Ultra Big Brain, they might have noticed that Seraphine and Senna arrived in lane not having spent any mana. And if that's the case, they probably weren't actually leashing. So, one of those little intricacies of the fake leash mind games, and we'll see if it if there's any ramifications to that. The Fizz and the Poppy have lane swapped. And Brand is running down river. We're having a little bit of yakety sax musical chairs of lane swapping here. Brand goes back mid. They really want the Brand to be into the Poppy. They really want the Galio into the Fizz. And we're having some downright shenanigans.
A great hook from Oh My God.
Super Hoagie is going to go precariously low, but he will not die. Probably force him to back, or he's going to be in harm's way.
Look for a potential 3v3 over the scuttle if they rotate down, but looks like Volibear's just going to pick this up for free, potentially.
Oh My God is an absolute menace on hook champs. She's also known for her Thresh. A really just terrific support player. And in particular shines on these hook champs where she can make plays with a lot of agency.
For the potential hook over the wall.
And the Poppy and Fizz appear to be lane swapping again. Shyvana's going to run into the Poppy in the jungle. Brand's coming down. This could be a 3v2. Gare Bear is down on his Krugs. And Poppy gets chased away. Ah, the lane swap mind games. You love it. Up, Galio and Brand giving each other a high five in the top river as they pass on by.
It's impressive to see that they've been able to match these lane swaps every single time with the wave at minimum being in the middle of the lane. Oh, Allie with a beautiful flash, but Senna able to get away.
Yeah, nice aggressive flash there from the Blitzcrank, and Brand is taking Siren Delphi to Burn City.
Now, Siren does have Corrupting Potion, but it's going to be a lot harder to stop the burn from Brand than just having some pots.
Both top and mid waves crashing for in favor of Little Shop of Hoagies. However, the bot lane prio is going to give Bardic Inspiration control of this first Infernal Drake. we saw the Poppy use her TP to get back top lane. We're seeing the Brand walk his fiery little legs there. Galio going mid, and after Poppy shoves the wave, she is running down the river back to mid lane. I've never seen anything like this. This is too funny. Usually one team will just give up and say, fine, you can have the lane assignment you want, but neither team is given an inch. Both team wants their specific lane assignment, and at this point it's to the dismay of the Fizz, who has only 25 CS. That's a bit unfortunate. Could have to do with the timings of their swaps here.
Yeah, especially seeing a significant level advantage from Zepho over Labyrinth specifically.
Oh wow, yeah, two levels at the moment.
Advantage.
That just
And
shows.
same with Fustus. Fustus is up a level on the Poppy, 6-5. I mean,
Yeah, great catch. That shows that Little Shop of Hoagies are on the front hook. Excuse me, the front foot.
ooh, Ali with
Turn
a
these
hook
lane
there on the
swaps.
Senna.
And that Senna is going to go down.
And
Garabear
Mistborn is
picks up the
down.
kill.
Does not look like Unsteady was able to get an assist. Oh, no, did get an assist on him.
Tambourine
He's very
King, I
close.
am so sorry. I'm trying so hard to keep up with the portrait changes for the lane swaps. You'll have to forgive me, Tambourine King. Thank you for holding me accountable to giving you a great viewership experience. Meanwhile, Shyvana, hard farming. We've seen this one before. She is up a level on the Volibear. We've got the Brand against the Poppy for the time being. Shyvana hard farming in Volibear's jungle. In his blue
got this
quadrant.
Nice counter jungle here, and looks like we got some bot prio potentially, but no collapse, Just take him to Gromp and be on my merry way. Got a fight here, and oh my goodness, Labyrinth with the insta KO. Zepho gets away with his life though.
Galio does burn the ultimate, does burn the flash, but you see the kill going on to the Fizz. You love to see that if you are on the side of Bardic Inspiration. Get the Fizz fed.
Absolutely, and able to make it back to his lane, clean up the farm, hopefully get a recall off, but looks like Zepho is able to keep him in lane.
Oh, nice hook from, oh my god, Super Hoagie's in trouble here.
Looks like he should be able to get out with his life there.
True, the center route is going to help keep the Sivir at bay.
We got Fustus down here clearing out some vision in the top side. Hopefully they can keep an eye on some of these crafty lane swaps. Looks like we got essentially 3v1 up to a 3v3 coming up here in the river.
Oh, this might break out into a full-blown 3v3. You're right, Shyvana ultis on top of the Volibear. Big taunt from Zepho. Volibear goes down to the Galio.
Yeah, huge brand ult to help clean that up with a ton of damage. Sire Delphi does miss his ultimate on the Poppy, however. But Labyrinth will go down either way.
That's a clean 3-for-0 for Little Shop of Hoagies. Nicely played in that 3v3 skirmish.
Yeah, very well played. I mean, the quick trigger finger on the Shyvana to just jump in, no holds bar onto the Volibear. Zepho managing the wave here, pushing in before he recalls.
And he is really well farmed on this Galio.
See, they are keeping track. Looking at the minimap, they're calling MIA pings out immediately as soon as he goes into Fog of War to kind of slow down those big ultimate game-changing moments. Very good team communication from that side. Oh my god, with such a close hook onto Mistborn.
And we are seeing the blue squad with control over this next Drake. It has just spawned. They've got full control over the river. Looks like they are starting it.
Boostus in some trouble here. I think Labyrinth has a significant advantage, and we'll see what happens here. We have a Brand Ultimate maybe coming in. Burn him down. Fish should be able to clean this up pretty quickly.
Yeah, Brand's on the wrong side of the tracks. He's Alcove Gaming. And there's the kill over to Labby.
2-kill Fizz at 10 minutes. You hate to see it.
And two
Gonna be a long road.
dragons. Two dragons on the side of Bardic Inspiration. But a significant gold lead on Little Shop of Hoagies. Oh, we got a brawl breaking out in the spot lane. Nice Seraphine ult. Max range.
Galio coming in.
In comes the Galio ult. Blitzcrank gets finished off. That is another one skirmish from Little Shop of Hoagies. But what can they get from it?
Are they able to get this Sivir potentially? Good damage. Should be able to get a couple plates off this turret.
Oh, Poppy with the nice...
Oh, it looks like Poppy meant to maybe exhaust or ignite, but TP to the turret there.
Oh no! It was such a
Feels
nice
bad.
engage from Siren Delphi too. It was such a nice engage onto the I believe it was the Senna or the somebody, and then you hate to see the either it's a fat fingered teleport to the tower or he thought he had a different summoner spell. We've all been there. I have been there. I've seen professional players do that actually. But either way,
I have flashed and teleported onto a minion more times than I would like to admit.
Yep. I have been there too. Couple of plates taken on the side of Little Shop of Hoagies. They're now 2.5k up. And Labby's going in on the Brand. They've got the lane matchup they want, and now Labby is feasting on Fustus. Say that 10 times fast. He goes for the dive, thinking, I'm probably dead to the Shyvana anyway. Nicely played there by Labby, picking up kill number 3.
I would like to see Labyrinth use his Q for the engage onto the Brand rather than the E, just for the simple fact of being able to dodge some damage with the Troll Pole. Or missing a big opportunity on that, and potentially could have gotten the kill and gotten out alive with that.
Well said, well said. Now we see Shyvana alone top lane, farming a plate or two. It is 13 minutes, so we got 60 seconds till these plates fall. And Shyvana just getting more gold in her pocket. She's got a big farm lead. She's up 2 levels over the Volibear. Really impressive jungling from Guy Fieric both games, showing that there's nothing wrong with hard farming and just getting yourself huge, especially on a champion like Shyvana. There's a flash engage from Zepho. Spell Shield negates it. Seraphine ult whiffs. Little bit of a sloppy engage here from Little Shop of Hoagies. Steady's gonna go down anyway, and if I'm playing that in solo queue, I probably say some stuff in all chat about all the missed abilities there. But regardless, if it works, it works. So down goes the Sivir, and we're looking at about a 3k gold lead now for Little Shop of Hoagies.
And this is about the time where you start to see the bot lane of Senna Seraphine really start to pop off. They've taken their turret, and they're going to start grouping a lot more. And you know, after seeing game 1 Seraphine ults from Hoagie, not going to be looking too good for the team fighting ability of Bardic Inspiration here.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting because so much of the gold lead is on this Shyvana. Shyvana has... I mean, just look at how much gold Shyvana has total.
Oh, wow. No.
I mean, I'm scanning my eyes. She's got a 1,500 gold lead over everyone else in the game. That is insane how fed this Shyvana is.
Oh my god, in some trouble here. Beautiful flash to get away from the Galio taunt. Be able to take the blast code probably out to safety. We'll see. Now we got a 3v1 onto the Galio.
Zepho's in a tough spot here, and they're going to hand the kill over to Steady, as they should.
And nice job from Steady there to have the patience to sidestep the Seraphine Q and then step in to finish with the auto attack. Nice patience.
And what is the answer to this Shyvana if I am Bardic Inspiration? You know, you're going to have to get your Sivir to a bunch of items. This Shyvana is just enormous.
I think what needs to happen is you get a pick from the Blitzcrank, from Oh My God. You just hope and pray for a God Hook, and then me personally, I think you take it a step further and you go sit in a bush by an objective, even if it's a red buff, blue buff, something, anything to get them to walk into.
In goes Shyvana, and she says, "This is my dragon." Seraphine actually does her best Shyvana cosplay after whiffing her ultimate onto the Sivir spell shield, and so they're going to deny that Drake stacking win con, at least for the time being. And Guy Fieric is on the hunt. He's got his Ghost, a Blazon. Not quite enough damage to take out the Blitzcrank, but they secured the dragon. They being Little Shop of Hoagies, who now have just over a 3,000 gold lead.
Yeah, meanwhile, we've got Labyrinth in the top lane, you know, still pushing, applying that pressure, hopefully to even up the damage on the top lane turrets. You know, on the side of Bardic Inspiration here, we've got pretty low turret. And, oh, thought that Poppy might be going in on Fustus on the brand, but looks like didn't quite get the right angle for that. Soak up some XP with some farming.
Yeah, and Guy Fieric is just getting more and more gold in his pocket. He's got a 17k, 1,700 or 1,800 gold lead on the rest of the game. We got a fight breaking out mid lane. Gare stuns the Shyvana, but she just says, that tickles. Starting to look at item completions. We've got mythics mostly across the board. Shyvana just finished her second item, the Titanic Hydra coming in. She's going to be huge. And Poppy finally finishes her mythic as well. So a lot of key item breakpoints being hit across the board here. Both teams going to be feeling strong, but again, it's the Shyvana that's got my attention. If she's involved in the fight, you got to favor Little Shop of Hoagies.
And rightfully so. And looking here at summoner spells, I do not see a single exhaust on the side of Bardic Inspiration here. That's going to be really scary to have that Shyvana right on your face, and not really much help from any summoner spells outside of hopefully a flash. Which on the side of Bardic Inspiration, only Siren Delphi on the Poppy has that up.
And some positioning here mid lane, trying to fight for the push. Oh my god, looking for some hooks. But there's Guy Fieric waiting in the wings. Poppy's going to TP to this mid turret, thinking something's going to break out. The Blitzcrank hook blows the Seraphine flash. In goes Guy Fieric. Nice Seraphine ulti from Super Hoagie. Guy Fieric's on a rampage. Galio's going to get yeeted out of the fight by Poppy. But that's a double kill for Guy Fieric, and this dragon is getting bigger, getting stronger, getting scarier, and that poor fish does not look like it stands a chance. Then again, Fizz has plenty of mobility. Mid-turret
but
goes...
having a 53 CS lead and you know, a couple extra kills to go with it, you know, Troll Pole's only going to get so far with that, I think.
Yeah.
I think the only way out of this is you park and bark in a bush and you put down a pink board, hope for the best and try and get a cheesy pick.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't see another way out other than that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you gotta somehow get that Shyvana bounty onto the Sivir. I think that's the formula. Get Sivir to shut down the Shyvana, get the Sivir to scale, and then see if you can front to back along those lines. You know, Sivir's got to hold her spell shield for the Seraphine ult, obviously, get Fizz to jump in the back and take out a key backline target. But yeah, that Shyvana, man, 8.8k gold. I mean, it's obscene how far ahead the Shyvana is. Looks like she's 2.5k up on the entire game.
And another look, just thinking out loud here, that could potentially go well is that you've got a, Guy Fieric. Guy Fieric jumping in on Insteady. See if he can get the blast cone over the wall. Does not get away from Guy Fieric's damage.
And I have a feeling Guy Fieric knows exactly how strong he is. He is looking for a fight. Now he's looking for some raptors, but he gets another kill onto Unsteady, and that does not feel good if you are the AD carry of Bardic Inspiration. Little Shop of Hoagies has control over this Drake that has just spawned. They're going to start it immediately. Gare Bear's behind the pit. He's only got about 40% HP, and he's on vision.
Surprised they're not pulling it out.
Brand's going to TP in here
Oh,
to get instantly
and Brand
hooked.
just insta dies.
In goes Gare Bear. Brand insta-dead. Gare Bear insta-dead. 1 for 1. Red team slays the dragon. Just under a 5k gold lead for Little Shop of Hoagies. Little bit sloppy there from both teams. Nice hook from, oh my god!
That's the pick that they're looking for. However, Galio with the ultimate in to stop any kind of momentum right
Here's
now.
Guy Fieric.
Dueling dragon things. Potentially, nope. I was going to say, maybe instead he's going to get the kill on Guy Fieric, but just has to turn around and run. Not even enough time to auto.
We see the panic flash out of Blitzcrank, who was surprised by the Shyvana damage. And this game is snowballing out of control in favor of Little Shop of Hoagies.
And they're making a great call right now to, take the jungle as you go, but move directly to Baron. And, they're going to be knocking on their door. I would imagine they're going to get some resets after this and just absolutely dominate some of these lanes.
Yeah.
Push towers.
And it is a Baron angle if you are Little Shop of Hoagies. 9k, 8k. Bardic Inspiration walking up. They look a little bit split as to whether to pull off or not. Guy Fieric is still on it. In goes Gare Bear. And they do finally peel off together. The dragon is at half health. Can they get the shutdown on the Shyvana? They do get the shutdown on the Shyvana, and it goes into Sivir's pocket. Sivir's got 1 kill. Sivir almost picks up a 2nd kill. Fizz, meanwhile, picks one up on the back line, and that is a 1 fight for Bardic Inspiration. They are debating whether to start the Baron, and they will. That's a Baron throw from Little Shop of Hoagies. I hate to say it, but that is a throw. And
4 for 1 for Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's an influx of gold for the Sivir. Unless the brand can 1v4 here, I've seen stranger things all the seasons. It's really good. Meanwhile,
decide to pull off. Too low to take it.
Yeah, meanwhile, the brand does its job to kind of annoy and harass while they are taking Baron aggro. Bardic Inspiration decides we cannot do it with our health bars these low. These are going to reset. That completes Sivir's Phantom Dancer, and she's got a stopwatch in her back pocket. So she's approaching late game Sivir. She's really getting there. Meanwhile, Fizz has completed both Zhonya's and his tier 2 boots. So that was a big fight for Bardic Inspiration. They are still in this game. That shutdown was absolutely enormous. Now, granted, Guy Fieric still has a 2k gold lead.
Man.
Yeah, he's got a 2k gold lead over the Sivir, but the Sivir ain't gonna go down without swinging.
I will say, even though Guy Fieric gives out a huge shutdown onto the Sivir, still coming out of base with another potential shutdown gold.
Yeah, it's
He
just
is
crazy.
60, so far ahead. I mean, again, you're able to pull it out once to be able to get the Shyvana to make a mistake, but so far, about the only one from Guy Fieric this match.
Oh, and is Guy Fieric caught, or who's catching who? Oh, Sivir's way out of position here.
Ooh.
Oh, nicely
This forward with
timed
the
ulti
snipe.
from the Senna to get the Sivir right after the stopwatch. Nicely played from Little Shop of Hoagies. I don't know what Unsteady was doing there. He was way out of position, but Little Shop of Hoagies is going to be back on the Baron.
And beautiful ult from Galio to come in. Zepho just ulting in and taking advantage of them being way, way out of sync.
And that is Baron Nashor for Little Shop of Hoagies.
Very well played.
Fizz looking for something. Poppy looking for something. They did stagger the recalls of Little Shop of Hoagies, but I think Poppy's going to die to those Baron-empowered minions. She does. Mistborn appeared to have failed their flash over the wall, blows the heal as well. And so that's a nice pickup on the side of Bardic Inspiration. Get rid of one Baron buff, get rid of the Marksman. And we are seeing lots of pings go down on this dragon, which is spawning in less than 20 seconds. This is the Mountain Drake, and it is pivotal because it's going to put one of these teams on Soul Point.
Look at the level advantage. Guy Fieric, 14. Gare Bear, 11.
That is absolutely bananas. I don't even know
A
if...
76 CS lead.
I don't even know if dragons eat bananas, but that is bananas.
Yeah, unless Ali's able to get a hook. Zepho fighting for his life here.
Oh, in goes the Shyvana to 1v5. That's so much damage from the Shyvana!
So much damage. Between her and the
Oh my
brand.
god! Guy Fieric had just finished his demonic embrace, and he knew it. He says, bros, I'm going in 1v5. Watch me! Cannonball!
Run for the hills. My goodness, the amount of damage coming out of Guy Fieric. That 3-level lead really showing there on that ultimate end to just absolutely annihilate Bardic Inspiration.
I think I heard him say Dracaris as he went in. I think he was like, Dracaris! And his Guy Fieric hair caught on fire. I'm pretty sure that happened.
The Rift is officially Flavor Town, ladies and gentlemen.
Flavortown, Firetown, something like that. Oh my god, looking for a hook.
Oh,
Nice.
what a beautiful zone.
Nice flash, but yeah, an even better stopwatch from the brand. Then again, the brand is dead, so that's a good turnaround pick here for Bardic Inspiration. Can they get anything else? Guy Fieric frontlining, he is not afraid. Back in he goes, and he is just hunting. Fearlessly going in 1v5, and I don't blame him.
That demonic embrace absolutely just torching their team.
Yeah, holy moly.
Galio slowly pushing up so that way they can try and get pressure on this bot lane, which will be pretty big if they can get that in him. So hopefully they have some pressure for the
Oh, that is so much damage. Down goes Poppy.
TPN surely bot to fall here. Ali again with some great hooks, but fear that it's too little too late. Guy Fieric with almost another full rage meter here, about to pop off and go dragon mode. Let's see what happens. And they just dive in and absolutely obliterate Bardic Inspiration.
Oh my goodness. It looks like this is going to bring the game to an end here. Little Shop of Hoagies on the back of a dragon doing their best Daenerys Targaryen impersonation here. Guy Fieric is just burning them all. And it is going to be a clean 2-0 for Little Shop of Hoagies. Congratulations to Little Shop of Hoagies, not just for picking up their first win, their first game win of the split, but for picking up their first 2 game wins of the split. Bravo, Little Shop of Hoagies. A clean 2-0 over Bardic Inspiration.
Well deserved. You know, less than an hour for 2 games total. Stamped. I mean, nice job overall. Way to really cement yourself in with your first wins, and you know, hopefully only up from here, right?
On and ever upward. I think I mentioned this pregame, the sort of simulator I was looking at before this all started suggested that if you want to make playoffs, you need about 11 wins. In order to do so. About 11 wins will get you into playoffs. And so this is week 6, 5 weeks remaining. So you're saying there's a chance. That's what
There's a
that's.
chance.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say there's a chance, but I'm saying there's a chance for both of these teams. If you can get to that 11 win mark, 11 game wins, then you are probably gonna sneak into playoffs. Um, let me make a straw poll here for the Game 2 MVP. I have a strong suspicion as to who that is going to be.
I think it's going to be Mr. Team on my back himself.
Guy Fieric Targaryen himself, ladies and gentlemen. Guy Fieric, Zepho, Super Hoagie, and Mistborn. To no one's surprise, Shyvana leading the way with 33,000 damage. Senna with 20k herself, very respectable. Brand with about 19k. On the side of Bardic Inspiration, we had the Sivir with 17.5k, as well as Labby on the Fizz with just under 14k damage. Let me know what you think about the MVPs. We will run a quick ad while we're doing the Game 2 MVP straw poll, and then we'll hear some post-game interviews from the MVPs before we let you on your merry way, ladies and gentlemen.
What are some good questions for player of the game?
It's not something I'm super experienced with, but I like to invite them to talk about the narrative of the game as they saw it. You know, Guy Fieric, what were you thinking while you were hard farming? Did you know that you were gonna take over the game by being patient and hard? Kind of stuff like that. Like trying to get an idea of what they were thinking and what their comms were during the game. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's wrap this mother up, shall we? Game 2 MVP is Guy Fieric, none other than the dragon himself. And so if we could get Guy Fieric and Fustus into Player of the Game 1, that's Guy Fieric and Fustus into Player of the Game 1, I would greatly appreciate it. And we will wrap up with a quick interview. Alright, so we're going to hop to Player of the Game 1.
Slots, dude.
Gentlemen!
Hello.
Hello! How are we doing?
Quite well.
What a series, gentlemen.
What a series indeed. Congratulations picking up your first 2 wins of the split and Hell yeah, and doing so in really exciting and pretty dominant fashion.
In pretty hilarious fashion that those lane swaps game 2.
I've never seen anything like that. I was imagining like yakety sax playing in my brain, and they're just kind of chasing each other around.
I decided at one point I was like, let me start trying to pick off one of them as they were rotating.
Yeah, I don't know how exactly, but somehow your team got a pretty huge advantage off of the repetitive lane swap, like EXP advantages in particular.
We made sure to finish our waves before we swapped, so that way I was level 6 while Fizz was level 4.
Exactly. Yeah. Finishing your waves before you swapped. That's brilliant. So thinking back to game 1, Fustus, really dominant Scion performance. how did the game play out from your perspective, and what I was at first critical of your build path on the Scion, but then you shut me up real quick. What was the thought process behind the items that you built game one?
Well, I told my team as we progressed past the 5 minute mark, I just said, guys, I'm just gonna build full AD because we're not doing anything up here. What's the point of me building tank items against a champion that just literally can never kill me? And so I said, I'm just gonna split push all game, and with my high AD stats and Sion getting health every time he kills a minion, I knew that I would be a monster in the side lane.
Yeah, and you absolutely were. Yeah, you
Absolutely.
absolutely were. At first, I was skeptical about the Prowler's Claw and the AD, but then I realized, like, wait a minute, who's going to match this split push? Like, he'll just explode this Soraka if she tries to. So, really, really well played. And Guy Fieric putting on a jungle clinic.
Hey, it was fun.
What advice do you have? I mean, obviously a lot of people think of you primarily as a top laner, but you're putting on dominant jungle performances. What advice do you have for people who are maybe trying to transition into the jungle role, or how have you been so successful so quickly?
Well, I think find something you enjoy playing, and then get good at it. Like, I don't look as much at like the tier list or the meta stuff. I'll play things that are like, if something's just weak, okay, I'm not gonna play it. But like, Shyvana is, I think, A tier. She's okay, but I enjoy playing it. It's a fun play style for me, and it fits my play style. And so I've learned it here in the last week, um, basically. And I don't know, just farm red.
Just farm.
Yeah.
Whip out your Stardew Valley, ladies and gentlemen. Double bacon wrap. What questions or comments do you have for them?
Yeah, so I got a question for Guy Fieric here. So, did winning game one on Shyvana have an impact or give you the confidence in your team to kind of run that back? Because they really gave you, the much needed time that you had to hard farm. It takes a lot of trust for that.
I 100% expected it to be banned, but the Fudgy was the one who was like, "Nah, you're just slamming Shyvana again." So I said, "Okay."
Very good call by Fudgy because you
Yeah,
absolutely dominated game two specifically. My
yeah,
goodness.
thanks. It was fun.
Gentlemen, congratulations again. It was a very fun series to cast, and we wish you the best. And hoping I was telling the cast and telling DB Dub here, mathematically, I don't think you guys are eliminated from playoff contention. Uh,
Yeah.
so here's hoping you guys string together a ridiculous run. I think that'd be a super cool narrative. So good luck to you
Well,
guys.
we did the first two games of it. We got done, but
Absolutely. I think 11 is the magic number. If you get to 11 wins, I think that's
oh yeah.
playoffs. So, good games, gentlemen. On behalf of myself, on behalf of Double Bacon Wrap and the cast and whatnot, y'all have a wonderful rest of your night, and thank you for joining us. I believe we have another game tomorrow. TFT versus TSL, the Fire of Our Tongues versus the Salami Lid. That's at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you come back for that. Thank you, brothers, and good night.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
having
both for
us.
casting. Yes.
You're very welcome, gentlemen. Peace.
Peace.